Hey guys, Nicole here. So I took on a little bit of a project today that started out as me going into my vintage cabinet where I keep all like my heritage themed supplies or older items that I think I would be more apt to use with heritage layouts, that kind of thing. Because I wanted to look through what Christmas stuff I had in there to see, as I'm going through my Christmas stuff, if there's anything I needed to recombine together as I'm coming across. I'm halfway down with my Christmas stash videos. I'll be uploading those in the next few days. But I decided to go in through all my papers and things in there because I felt like as I've been going through doing my old school Sunday series and going through my different older collections, I'm feeling like there's a possibility I have like some collections in my room, that I'm going through in these videos, but then I feel like I'm having maybe some of those collections are in the vintage cabinet because based on when I was organizing and sorting through stuff when we moved, that I just kind of stuck some papers in there and I wasn't keeping things together by manufacturer at that point in time anymore. Not totally, but a lot of my older items I was not. So I decided to go through all my papers. And lo and behold, I did find some like partial collections that were in there that I have some in my folders here in my room that I've gone through. So I pulled the collections I've already gone through in Old School Sunday, and that I would get just on camera, sort through these, get them into with the rest of their collections, since it's kind of like an update to those videos as a whole. And so yeah, I thought I would do it on camera. So first and foremost, I have some. I'm going to go and get these sorted by manufacturer, and then there's just a handful of them, and then I'll pull out my folders and kind of get them back into the right spots. And now some of these as collections may go back into my heritage cabinet. I'll make that decision, but right now my biggest thing is I just want them together. I don't want like half of a collection in that cabinet, half the collection in my room. And so that way I can really get everything kind of back together and then can go from there, make decisions from there. So here I found some in my mind's eye, and I actually know I have, oh, you know what? I have a bunch of brads and stuff over here too. Let's see. I am going to, I'm going to have to, I kind of forgot I had pulled all my brads out and I have them in a separate container in my room, but I would really like to get them back in with their collections as well. So I'm going to do that last in the same video. Go and pull that over here and then get those also done. Okay, so my mind's eye, I do remember that I had some of the Indie Chic collection in my mind's eye. So I'm going to get those with the collection. Also, I had a lot of Miss Caroline. I don't remember having a lot of this lost and found. So if I don't have any papers in my folders, I'll put this back into the cabinet. Just because I think that's how I would use it the most. It would be in there. So I'll look there. Some cut and paste brads. Some more buttons. I'm pretty sure in my mind's eye. Yes, I believe those are from cut and paste as well. And then I found a couple paper pads. So I just want to make sure I have all my Indie Chic, stuff together. And this one is, now this one may not have, it's collectible. So I'll see, this is maybe one of those random paper pads that I didn't have any other product with. So I'll look and see about that as well. But then also, I'm also kind of rethinking about what I want to have in my vintage cabinet. Just because I feel like some of that vintage look is coming back again. I feel like I have a lot of product in that cabinet that I don't need everything in there. So I'm just going to see kind of where that takes me. I found these Teresa Collins buttons. So let's get this. So I have my mind's eye here, Teresa Collins here, and then some buttons. I'm sure this is from one of her collections. Now I did have like a couple partial collections of hers that I know that I had everything there. So I kept those in the cabinet, but these are ones that I think I have, like this memorabilia. I'm pretty sure I have some pieces in my folder here in my room. So I'm going to try to get those back together. More My Mind's Eye buttons. So I did find some October Afternoon, which I'm glad about because I felt like I was missing some stuff. I think this is a basic gray chipboard piece. I'm not for sure where that came from, but I'll just put that up there for now. So I got October Afternoon pile. And then Teresa Collins Summer Stories. I know I found a couple papers in my Christmas stash because they were like glittery gold, and I think that's why I put them there. But I think I want to get that collection kind of back together again, and so I'm gonna see what else I have in my folder with that collection. This might get kind of messy here. Let's do this. Put Teresa Collins over here. Okay, and then this Now and Then collection from My Mind's Eye. I'm not for sure where I have what, so I'm gonna look for any of that. And then a bunch of basic gray. So I have Infuse. I just don't remember. And like I said, this I probably will use there in my vintage and with vintage photos. But I want to make sure that that it's not elsewhere. So it's all together. Here's some old My Mind's Eye. I know I have some old like Bohemia stuff in my folder, so I want to just get those paired back together. And so we're yeah, this is some old My Mind's Eye. Holy cow. Okay. I did a mini album with this brown and pink paper. I love this paper. And I had some little die cuts that matched. And this one was cute. These are some of their really early lines, I believe, if I remember correctly. I'm going to have stuff falling off my desk here. Okay, back to basic gray, Stella Ruby. This line is really pretty. My Mind's Eye, that's, yeah, old. That's 2009. Life Stories. I think just, yeah, craft on the back there. More Stella Ruby. Urban Couture. More Infuse. Let's put that with. Okay. Urban Couture. This is just single-sided. More Stella Ruby. So pretty. Okay, and then it looks like we're to... Okay, so this is My Mind's Eye. This is our chalkboard line. I don't remember if I had any of that in my current stash. So the great thing about these is even if you don't like the chalkboard theme anymore, which I'm not a huge fan of, the backs are really pretty colors. So, so I think I'll put this back into my stash, and I could, I could definitely see myself using these, the backs. So that's My Mind's Eye. Okay, here's more of the Teresa Collins memorabilia. And that I do remember having a couple pieces in my stash, so I'm going to get those together. More of this, My Mind's Eye. More memorabilia, and hers also were, had a color on the back as well. Let's see what these had. So these had, oh, this was just a double. Okay. So it'll be good to get that collection back together again. It does have a vintage look to it, but I don't know. I feel like, okay, so I've been watching a lot of oh, I just lost her name. Merity. She does a Not Just for Boys kit club. And she does process videos for their monthly kit. Like, she has like 8 videos. I've been just watching her religiously. I just really like, I don't know, I just like watching her process, like watching her do her layout. She does a very good job at like video editing and stuff I'm really, really bad at. I don't do any of that. So you just get to see this layout made. And I like her style. I like her voice. I just like, Meredith Twilling is the name. And, but the YouTube channel is not, or yeah, not just for boys kit club. And anyway, so their kits tend to be have a, you know, and like 49 and Market in general just has that vintage look to it again. And you're seeing some of that come back. But I just feel like sometimes you need to watch somebody who just scrapbooks with a variety of different styles of papers and doesn't stress about it. Like, and so a lot of their papers tend to kind of have that more antique look or distressed look to them. And now granted, I don't have boys, so a lot of times those pages are easier to use with boy pages. But anyway, for some reason, it's been kind of re-inspiring me to say, you know what, just because it's maybe not super trendy now, like these older papers, like if you can make it work with your layout, or you know what I mean? Like if you still like them and they're still your style, or you can use bits and pieces of the papers, go for it. Like I love this paper. I think it's so cute. But it just kind of has got me inspired to just kind of, I don't know. It's okay to have a style. It's okay to have, this is called Lucille, by the way. It's okay to have, but like, it's also okay to just go ahead and use up, you know, a variety of different types of products, if that makes any sense. Sometimes you just kind of get pigeonholed into the current collections. And I think, now granted, if I'm still more comfortable using these types of papers with vintage photos, and that's how I feel more, like, I feel like I like the layouts better when they work in that way, that's fine. It's just, I just feel like I'm a little bit more, I don't know, just watching her videos, I'm just like, you know, those are like really distressed papers, but I really like how that layout turned out. And it's, I don't know, it's just one of those things. Anyway, so this is my mind's eye, Lost and Found. I know I had some of that in there. Lucille, this is a really pretty line. This is some old My Mind's Eye. So anyway, so I'm just kind of rethinking maybe how vintage it has to be, or how old the product has to be for me to put it into my vintage cabinet. I guess that's the point I was trying to make, was I'm kind of just rethinking what product I enjoy playing with. And so I'm willing to kind of put some of this more vintage style product kind of back into my regular stash. And I have the room, as I've been organizing, it's been kind of tightening things up a little bit. And I've gotten rid of some big paper pads and things to give to my daughter. And so I feel like, you know, if it's just a few pieces of paper and one envelope, like I'm just going to go and put them back in with their collections. And then down the road, if I say, you know what, I really don't see myself working with this product, I really only see myself working, you know, maybe making some heritage photo pages with this, and then I'll just move it then. So I found some Studio Calico as well. And this anthology line. So I'm going to get it back with its, the rest of that. And then I did find this nostalgia paper line. I don't remember if I had any other papers, in my mind's eye. It's a really cute line. I had a few papers and this sticker, chipboard sticker. So I'm going to see if I have any more of that collection in my mind's eye stuff as well. Oh, is this? Oh, I think I put it in here because it's so. I don't know if that's pink paisley too. Hold on. I found these fun papers that I put in here, and let's see if I can find where I put them. Oh, here we are. From House of Three. Oh, yeah, they're pink paisley too. So I think I'm going to put this House of Three into pink paisley, because that's what overall brand it is. House of Three, I want to say, was it Heidi Swap? I don't remember. There were, I think, 3 gals that went together and created some collections for pink paisley. And so I have this House of Three called Daily Junk. And definitely has kind of a retro vibe to it. But I thought, you know what? It's kind of cute. So I'll put it with my pink paisley stuff. So pink paisley is going to go on the floor because I'm out of room. And then they did this, I think this is also House of Three. Parisian anthology, which is really cute. And so some of these also, I just uploaded a video of some scrapbook pages I did. See, this has ink resist front, so you can put inks on it or sprays. Some of them, and then these are just regular papers. This one has, I don't know if you can see that, where it has like, anyway, I want to see if I have any more of that, because I feel like I might have some more of that in my cabinet. This London Market, definitely vintage, but super cute. I had some pictures actually of me and the girls watching the William and Kate's wedding, maybe. We got up early to watch. And so I thought I'd kind of forgotten that I had this collection, so I'm going to put it back into my pink paisley. Anyway, I just uploaded a layout share where I worked on a bunch of my daughter's theater productions, and I think that I would have missed some of these products will go perfect with some of those, and I would have missed those if I don't know what this is. This looks like my mind's eye, though, doesn't it? I think so, maybe. I don't think that's, nope. And so yeah, it'll be good to get some of this back into my stash, and just remember that I have it. So if I'm like, oh yeah, that older collection would work great with that theater production that's based in the 1950s or 40s or whatever, you know what I mean? So, okay, so we have Curio here from Basic Gray, and their thing was they had this really cool black line around each paper. And I don't know if I even played with this very much. It's really pretty. Here, I'm just gonna do this here. Curio, okay. I mean, it definitely makes me think of my grandma's house. You know what I mean? Like, it definitely has that vintage feel. So I'll see if I have any more of the Curio line in my Basic Gray pile. Out of Print, I love this collection. So fun. Like, I can see myself using this today. I think it's so pretty. I think I was just so gung-ho on like really cleaning up my space, and you know, I still have a few things in my shelves in my office, but as I'm organizing my ephemera and pictures and everything, I'm kind of getting, you know, everything is getting into a better place, and so I think I can give myself a little bit of a break and kind of say, you know, you can hold this in your stash for a little bit longer before putting it into the vintage cabinet, and kind of not seeing it on a regular basis, or I mean, it's super accessible, but it's not the, you know, it's I only go there when I'm like, oh, I'm going to do vintage photos, you know, and so this is such a pretty collection. I love this so much. More Lost and Found. That's double-sided. I think this is, what is this? More Out of Print. Is this Out of Print? It looks like Basic Gray, but I'm not for sure what. I don't know if that goes with that collection. It looks like Basic Gray, doesn't it? I don't know. I'm gonna put that back over there. I'm not overly concerned, but more old My Mind's Eye. More of that pink and brown. And blue and purple. Okay. And I found some more sassafras. Let's see. And it, as an entire, as a manufacturer, had like that vintage look to them. So I'm just going to put them all back together. And I know I had a few papers. More pink paisley. This is also from House of Three. Daily Junk, so back to that collection. So you have very normal patterns on one side, and then you have just these really fun images on the other side. I have a lot of that collection. Okay. Some more Studio Calico. Oh yes, and jelly bean soup. I'm running out of room here. And then some pebbles. Yeah, I don't know. This is a cute collection. It was when craft was, you know, huge. But I felt like it could maybe go into my, I don't know, they're all patterns, so like it can maybe supplement my like home and farm theme. But I'm gonna see what else I have with this collection. I don't know, we'll see. Right now I'm just gonna put out with my pebble stuff. And then jelly bean soup. I know I went through those products, and I did find some more jelly bean soup. This definitely has that coconut lime. So I'm pretty sure I have a 6x6 paper pad of that. I know I moved some to, what was it I moved to my summer collection? Let me see here. Southern chicken dumpling coconut lime. Yep. So I might just put this with this, and because I know it's not going to be in my folder, and I'm out of space. Here, I'll put it over here. Okay. Okay, and then more October afternoon. Yeah, I knew I had some more somewhere. Like, felt like I was short on a lot of papers when I was going through that. So macho nacho soup. So that's probably with the rest of my jelly bean. And then more sassafras. That's so pretty. And then more Studio Calico. Odds and Ends Home Front. More My Mind's Eye, Stella Rose. More Jelly Bean. Studio Calico. I have 2 of those sheets. So this must have been a collection, I'm guessing. Is this the home front? And then Aperture. Itinerary. So maybe a little bit of a travel. Oh yeah, definitely travel theme. So I can eventually sort those into travel if I need to. Ooh, I love that. It says holiday. That'd be really cute with Christmas. Okay, Farm Girl from October Afternoon. So is this Farm Girl too? No. I'm a Farm Girl. So I'm wondering, did I already put that in my farm supply area, or did I leave that with October Afternoon? Let me just look really quickly. Oh yes, I did. Let's see. It was Farmhouse. Yep, Farm Girl, I do have some sticker sheets here, so I'll just put that directly into that pile. So all the farm girl and farmhouse are together. This is 5 and dime, so that's not. Okay. Okay, some more My Mind's Eye Indie Chic. Allison Creft, Webster's Pages. Have I done Webster's Pages yet? I think I have. Old My Mind's Eye, 2008. Single-sided. Okay, Jelly Bean Soup. And then I found this Cartabella Traditions, and I definitely see me keeping this in that cabinet, but I wanted to look at my Cartabella folder and see if I found any others. I feel like I just went through it for another reason, and I don't think there is. But I'll just put that aside here. And where's my Cartabella? I'll look through that. Some pink paisley fetching. I think I had something that went with that collection. And more October Afternoon. These are 9 to 5 at Woodland Park. So yeah, so I had like half of my October Afternoon in the cabinet and half of it in my stash. So I'm glad to get that married back together again. So that it's together with whatever sticker sheets I have. I'm guessing that goes with this. That doesn't look right, does it? But I'm going to put that with my, I don't know. Maybe it is. I'll keep it there. Although it's only single-sided, so I'm going to guess it's not. So I'll put that aside. For sure. Where that's from. More 9 to 5. 9 to 5 and 5 to dime. 5 and dime. Another fetching pink paisley. Some more My Mind's Eye Stella Rose. It's really pretty. More Lily Bee. Where'd Lily Bee go? Oh wait, Lily Bee. Never mind, I haven't done that yet. So that should be over here anyway. Pink paisley. This is at London Market. So I'm going to get that together with it. Some more Studio Calico. More Jelly Bean Soup. Studio Calico. October Afternoons. This is Sidewalks. Cherry Hill. Okay, and then I found this Modern Miss Bow Bunny, and I feel like I had some papers in my Bow Bunny collection, so I'm going to get these paired back with those papers. And then a Studio Calico sticker sheet from Hello Forever. So we'll dig in and see. And then some My Mind's Eye chipboard now and then. Some Pebbles stickers. And I went through my Pebbles stash. I want to see what I have there. And a couple more Studio Calico. I feel like these might end up in my school section, but I'm going to put them with Studio Calico for now. And those are the backs. And then I have this random October Afternoon called Campfire. And this card was next to it with like this deer. So I think I'm going to put this with my camping / hunting / outdoorsy supplies. Unless I have a bunch of this collection. I don't remember seeing this collection at all. So I don't know if I just randomly grabbed this paper or if I had a collection. So we'll see. Okay. Alrighty, so let's start with, I have Cartabella out, so let me just, so I have this Traditions line, and I just want to make sure that I don't have anything else from that collection in here, because I think this is going to go back into the cabinet. I also found these So Noted sticker sheets in there, but I didn't find any papers, which is really odd to me, because I can't imagine I would have used all the papers and not used the sticker, more of the stickers. So I need to find if I have a Cartabella collection somewhere, and as I go through my stash, I'll find it, I'm sure, and I'll know it's here. And then, so I have Hello Again, and I think I just have that and the Wildflowers. Got a Wildflower. So I don't have a lot of Cartabella. So I think I'm good here. I'm going to go and put this Traditions line back into my stash. I'm sure I must have a sticker sheet in there somewhere. So that will go back into my vintage cabinet. I have a huge pile of Christmas stuffs in front. Got a mess going on here. Okay, here's my October afternoon. I'll just grab that. And sassafras. Pull that partially out so it's ready to go. Okay. So October afternoon. And I'm sure I have a lot of loose embellishments in that cabinet as well. So I'm just going to have to go through it and just pull it if I feel like I'm. What is this here? Okay. Okay, so okay, those are some random ones. So I have 9 to 5. Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh yeah, I did find a couple that I went ahead and pulled. Okay. So I got my 9 to 5 stuff back together. Okay. There's Cherry Hill. Okay. I think I just had one Cherry Hill in here, I think. Yes. Okay. And then Woodland Park. That's $5. Okay. Okay. Sidewalks, I think I just had one. Yes. Then 5 and dime should be what's left, right? Let's see. Do I have any 5 and dime in here? Sidewalks. Daily Flash. Okay, so I think all my 5 and dime had gone. Where's this from? Shape stickers doesn't say. Okay, so I'm wondering if this is from 5 and dime. I don't remember. No, I think that's from Sidewalks. So, right? That's from Sidewalks? Yeah, I think that's from Sidewalks. You see that sticker sheet there. Okay. So I didn't have any 5 and dime stuff in this thing. So, but I'm going to go ahead and keep it in with my October afternoon. Like, I just know October afternoon is vintage. So, Okay. And I'll probably take another peek through and try to see if I have some more ephemera pieces that are obviously October afternoon, and then try to get it back in here with these. Shed hair everywhere, you guys. I like sticks to these. Okay. So one collection. So now I really feel like I have, like I hate thinking I have things in separate places. So it feels good to have them back together. Okay. Sassafras. I don't think I had any kind of collections going on with sassafras, so I'm just going to stick her in here. And that's done. Teresa Collins. Let's go ahead and pull her stuff out, which is where... Okay. Yeah, so I had the 6x6 pad of summer stories, but I had no 12x12 paper. And then I found these in my Christmas stash, which I see why, because they look very Christmassy. But the backs of them are different colors. And then I found these sticker sheets, which I think go also here. And then I think this is maybe a mix of some different lines on there. I don't know. Everyday Moments, I'll see if I have that in there. So then I have these two that go with this collection also. So it's kind of a unique collection of papers, but I'd still rather have them all together. Okay, then I have Tell Your Story. Something Wonderful. Oh, here it is. This that what's this one? No, don't know. Okay, so here's a memorabilia, but what's this one? Yep, Everyday Moments. So these are the buttons for Everyday Moments. So I'll put those in there. I know they're going to add some bulk, but that's okay. And then I have some memorabilia. So I'm going to go ahead and just put all the memorabilia stuff in here, along with those embellishments. And then I'll just stick these. Oh, this is memorabilia. I have these just a few buttons here. And then, let me see. Life Emporium, I know, is in here. Everyday Moments is in here. Timeless, this is actually in my in Posh. I don't have really any of those in there. So Timeless, I think, is going to go into my vintage cabinet. I'm sorry, I'm off screen here. Because I know that I have a couple pieces of paper in there. That light pink is really cute. There's another Teresa Collins one. Okay. Sorry guys, just going through my... I'll do this. Okay. So I did find Brad's for Something Wonderful, and then I found I did find some October Afternoon Brad's 9 to 5. The rest of these are... I haven't done Simple Stories yet. My Mind's Eye. I don't know. If these get too bulky, I may not be able to put them in. We'll see. So I'm going to put this October Afternoon in really fast. find the folder, I'm not going to find the collection. I can do that when I get in there. Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to dig through here really quickly and make sure I have no more Teresa Collins before I put it away and then have to do it again. I think this is probably a lot of my mind's eye is my guess. I think I got every... Oh, there's another October Afternoon. Basic Gray. There's another Teresa Collins. Might as well get them all together, right? I'm going to be more apt to use them. Echo Park, I don't need right now. Echo Park. My mind's eye. Echo Park. Another Teresa Collins. Simple Stories. Lily Bee, which I'm not doing Lily Bee yet. Okay. So... this gives me some space in my little container over here. Okay, so let me, oh, here's Farm Girl, so I'll put those over with the Farm Girl supplies. And then I'll put this Woodland Park. I have a lot there. Sorry, I hope I've been on screen this whole time. I feel like I'm always too far back. Okay, so cute. So go and get those back in there as well. So Daily Stories, yeah, these are both collections. All three of these are collections I have in here, so it's perfect. Okay, I'm just gonna set them in the front there, and I don't think it'll be too bulky because this wasn't completely full. My mind's eye might be a different story. Echo Park I don't need right now. I just have a hard time using these. I really like the flat-backed brads, but I'm hoping I can get myself to use them if I have them back with their collections and they match what I'm working with. Okay. 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 Oh my gosh, everything's getting a little bit fuller. Raccoon, sassafras. Okay, here's Jelly Bean. What's this one? Okay, that's Pink Paisley. Here's Jelly Bean, and then. But I don't know. It's Pink Paisley. Is that more Pink Paisley? That's Pebbles. There's Pink Paisley. Okay. I already have things out of order. Okay, Jelly Bean Soup. I think I'm just gonna stick these in there. I can put them in with their collections later, but I'm pretty sure that I have. Yeah, these are all collections I remember seeing. Otherwise, it'll take forever. So, Jelly Bean Soup is now put away. Pink Paisley is one. Hopefully I'll have room. And I also found these mistables, so I just put them here. Okay, I think the only one that I remember, oops, sorry, seeing like an embellishment for but not having papers was this fetching. I'm just gonna peek through and see if I can find that really fast so I can put it together. Oh, this indigo blue. Okay, this indigo blue I know I have in my... I have indigo blue in my vintage cabinet. I'm going to take that out. That'll give me some room here. And I just have a paper pad and 12 by 12 sheets. And that way I can get those back together. So I'm pretty positive I came across those and I thought that I had just put these in there, but I have a lot of it. So I must have just part of it there. That's gives me some room for these House of 3 ones. I think I put the random ones in the back, didn't I? So, indigo and ivy. Oh, maybe I don't have any of the fetching. Pen pals, enchanting. Fascinating. Getting close. Pop fashion. Okay, this is kind of just random, so I'm just going to stick them in here. And then put the Parisian Anthology, House of 3, and the London Market all in here. I'm pretty sure I don't have any of these in here yet. So they're all back together. Okay. What's this down here? Oh, is this pebbles? Oh. Pebbles. Okay. These are kind of getting in my mind's eye. Because it's going to be a lot. So my mind's eye I think I'm going to do off camera. Just because I have a lot of containers. And basic gray both. I'm going to do off camera. Just because it's going to be a lot to go through if I want to get my collections back together. And also get these brads all combined in there. It's a basic gray. Oh, there's more. Oh, here's the farm girl. That's right. Okay. Okay, my farm girls, farm themed supplies, and then my jelly bean soup, that coconut lime soup with that paper pad. Okay. I really want to get into the bow bunny. I want to see if I have more of that somewhere. Let me. Oh, Studio Calico. Let's do that next. I'm just gonna stick Studio Calico in here. And not stress too much about the collection, having collections together, because I'm sure I do, but did I organize those as by collection? When I, yeah, I'll put them in the front so I just know, okay, they're out of place. They need to be put back with their collections, but okay. Oh, come on. It's actually getting toasty in here. I have my heater on, but it's cold outside, but it's getting toasty in here. So this is Modern Miss. Sweet Life. Sweet Life. I thought I had some Modern Miss in here, no? Well, maybe not. Sweet Life. All right, maybe I didn't have any of that. I thought I did. I don't remember seeing any papers in. That's Bo Bunny. Do I have another Bo Bunny? Let me see. Okay. Oh, maybe I do. I have a lot of Bo Bunny in the world. Okay. There we go, Modern Miss. They were just, I had them loose, but I'm gonna go and put them in a. Oh, so we are combined again with our stickers. Yay. Okay, so I'm gonna get these in containers. I'll just put them in the back here. Okay. Okay. Knew I had seen that before. All these little tabs in the front get caught on each other. It's annoying. Okay. Is that it besides Lost and Found in My Mind's Eye? I have, or I'm sorry, Basic Gray in My Mind's Eye. Have I gone through Pebble stuff yet? I don't remember. Kind of lost track of all the collections I've gone through. Okay. Sorry guys, I'm here. I'm just looking through. I can't remember. I know I did Jen. I'm going to have to go back and watch my videos and see what I've gone through so far. Swap. Okay, I'm going to have to just price stopper here. I feel like I've done Pebbles and I feel like I've gone through Webster's pages, but I just need to find my containers. And I'll get those put away. And then Basic Gray and My Mind's Eye. And we'll get those organized, and that's Basic Gray for sure. Put in their containers and organize with their collections, and I'll just do that off camera because that's just a lot. It's going to be a while to go through all of those containers. I did also pull to put back into my stash because I wanted to maybe try to play with them. I have this Teresa Collins line, Now and Then. Let me show you these really fast, and then I will do this. I think I can do this without things falling. Okay. This is an old collection, so I'll go and put this with my Teresa Collins stash. Forgot I had these over here. I'm already at about an hour. Sorry, guys. My videos are really long. Oh my gosh. Okay. So this collection is really pretty. It's Now and Then. Let me see if there's a year. There's a chipboard. Well, if I can find one that has a branding strip on it. And the date, I'm not seeing a date. 2012. I'm used to her lines, you know, being, and she did a couple of vintage lines that were cream based, but you're used to seeing like kind of white and black a lot with her collections. And so this is definitely a different, very beautiful, very vintage. I've used some of it. Love that. Music note paper. Ooh, that's gorgeous. So just a really pretty collection. And some brads. Had 2 sets of brads color tones. And then she always did border strips, like packaged border strips. So those are here, and then she usually did a lot of florals. I have some buttons here. So I'm glad this is still together as a collection. So I'll put that into my Teresa Collins envelope, and then I have this Carta Bella yesteryear, which I'll put in my Carta Bella stash. And it's really pretty. Definitely vintage. Again, I can move this back into that cabinet if I need to, but I don't know, I might want to take a crack at it, at playing with it now. And so I won't get all the papers out, but here's the 6x6 pad. It's really cute. 2014. So it's beautiful. Love that. So that will go in with my Carta Bella. And then I found this one called Our Family from Carta Bella together. And thought that was really pretty. I have a couple of ephemera packs in there. It's very, you know, has that very like crafty cream color background, but I think it's pretty. So that will go with Carta Bella as well. And then, okay, if you guys have been scrapbooking for a while, you'll remember these lines. These lines were huge. That's at least what I remember. And they had 2 or 3 different rounds of them. Mamarazzi. And I collected a lot of it. And then, of course, hardly used any of it. I did use some. But I really want to sit down and play with these products. This is Bo Bunny Mamarazzi. And look, I even have this cute mini album. Look at that. In the shape of a camera. Oh my gosh. I need to do something with that. So it was oh, I have some King Company in here mixed in, like with camera themed images. So it was just like a camera picture taking themed line. And I was like, well, that works for everything, because all we do is, that's what we're doing, right? We're taking pictures and scrapbooking them. And so I love these collections. The colors were fun. Oh, I had it added in. I must have made it kit because I have Studio Calico rub-ons here. Trinkets. And this is when I really fell in love with camera images and started collecting them as much as I could. Because I was like, camera images just work perfect for every page. It's like a perfect embellishment for no matter what the theme is, right? As well as film strips, right? Because I just think it's one of those very usable images that doesn't have to go with a certain theme. So I love this collection. It's so fun. Here's all the embellishments. They had a ton. Bo Bunny had a ton. So I'll put this with my Bo Bunny collection, and hopefully I can fit it in one of those envelopes. And yeah, so there was oh, this is me. Noteworthy. Mamarazzi Noteworthy. And there I have some This Is Me in here as well, it looks like. This is Mamarazzi. stickers. And then here was, I think, the first one. So I think there were two different color schemes, but they were the same, branded the same. So very distressed and vintage, but I love these. And I'm seeing lots of navy and orange. I could use these for my older daughter whose college colors are orange and navy. This one line has more of a, like this teal color scheme, but I love it. Yeah, I was super excited about this line. Yeah, so this orange would be pretty. It's a nice black. And some orange there, which is nice. Okay, so there's a paper. So this is going to go into my Bo Bunny stash, my current stash, and it's been sitting in my vintage cabinet for a while, and I'm like, I really want to try to work with this, even though it has that more distressed look. So I'll get that with my Bo Bunny collection. So a couple additions to my room that just transferred from one place to the other. And all right, guys. So I don't know if you guys enjoy these at all. I just thought, hey, I had already shown you all these collections, and now I'm adding a bunch of stuff to them, you know, that were in a different part of my room. And I just wanted to share that process and show that. So you could kind of see some more vintage product, but then also I could, I had them divided up. So I wanted to make sure that you saw that, you know, some of these collections more together, even though I went kind of fast because it was getting to be kind of long. But it's just fun. It's just fun to like really have a good, like, feel like my supplies are where they belong again. I just felt when I divided them out and like separated them, it felt off to me. And so it feels good now to have my collections back together. And like I said, if I decide to put some of them as a whole, now that they're back together completely back into the vintage cabinet, I will, but at least it'll all be there and I can work with them together when I'm working on heritage photos. And so we will, so we'll be back. I'll be back soon with a Christmas stash share. Been going through that as well, which is actually what kind of started this, because I was going in my cabinet to see what Christmas stash I had in there, and because I did have some authentic lines. I had half in that cabinet and half in my room, so I put all my authentic into that cabinet. And so yeah, it just got me motivated to look in that one last place just to get the rest of these supplies together. So thank you guys so much for watching. Happy scrapping. Bye-bye.